everyone, it's your girl Laticiamarie, and you are watching Laticiamarie TV. So today's video is going to be for Mac, and this is the computer that I picked up last year. It's the MacBook Air, and I am trading this computer in because this computer, for some reason, when I bought it at Best Buy, they did not tell me that I had they were selling me basically the lower version instead of the higher version. The lower version that runs slower is the SI, and apparently they had the M1, I mean. They had that in stock at that time, and they ended up selling me the SI one. I don't know why, but I told them everything I needed when I came into the Best Buy, that I wanted something that was going to be good for doing YouTube channels and that I would not have to upgrade anytime soon. But they chose to sell me something that was a lower grade. So I am trading it in after a year later, because when I done the unboxing, I didn't know that you have to return the computer back before the 14 days. After the 14 days, you're basically stuck with the computer. So I returned it on the 15th day because I had a lot of unboxings I had to do before that I was getting paid on. So I unboxed this one last because I purchased this with my own money, and it ended up being the 15th day, so I was stuck with the computer. So I only used this maybe once out of, like a month out of the whole year. So I'm turning this one in, and I upgraded to the MacBook Pro 14-inch for Christmas. I bought myself this, and I can't wait to open it because it has a lot of the specs that I wanted. It is a 16 gig. This one right here, the MacBook Air, is only 8 gig. This one is a 16 gig. It has 1 terabyte. This one only has, like, I think it was, let me check. I don't want to tell you the wrong specs. This one only has 8 gigs memory, and this one was 1 terabyte. And also, this one has only 2 little, the type C little plug outlets, and it also has the headphone jack right there. Other than that, it doesn't have anything else that you could plug in here. And I don't like that because sometimes I want to plug in my USB in it, and I can't do that. So I'm stuck with just having just the type C little ports. So now that I'm upgrading, it does have 4 type C USB ports on here that I could plug in anything. Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and the camera is 1080p. And let's get into this unboxing. Yeah, MacBook Pro, and this is the front of it. So, and I wanted to make sure I got, instead of the 16-inch, I wanted to make sure I got the 14-inch, a little bit bigger than this 13-inch, but I wanted to make sure it fit in my case of my computer case that I like right here. So let's get into this unboxing, and I'll show you all the specs on this computer and compare. Well, I can't really compare fully because I don't know much about the computers, but I will compare as much as I can and let you guys know, see the comparisons for yourself. So basically, let me move the camera over, and excuse that, I live right by the mall, so it's always going to be a lot of beeping. So I'm going to turn the camera down so you can see the computers, and I'm going to tell you all the specs about it. So let's do this unboxing for the MacBook Pro 14-inch. So this is it coming right out of the box. So you just lift this up. Has a nice protection on the packaging. So this is the back of the computer, MacBook Pro. And on the front, shows the Apple. Let's move this out the way. It also comes with a charger. I like that it has like the woven like cloth material on here, so that way it doesn't get all tangled up. So this is a type C. I'm gonna slide this off. So it opens up from the back right here, and it's just wrapped around a piece of paper. So it has a different kind of charging right here. So I'll show you the comparison on that. Let me get my charger from the other computer. And I am back. So with the MacBook Pro, they have the Type C. I believe this is Type C. Let me compare them. Yes, they're both Type C. I believe. Yeah. They're both Type C. Let me take it out of this package. It's well packaged. So as you can see, this is the old computer that let me put this camera up more. So as you can see, this is the old computer, Type C, and the new computer, Type C. But on the other end of it, this is the old computer, the Apple Air, the MacBook Air. So on both of these, it has the Type C on both sides of the cord. Versus, and then you just plug it into this big old cord right here. Versus the new MacBook Pro, it comes like this. So how you charge on this one is you're gonna have to put it on this side, and it has like a magnet on here, so you basically just put it in front of it and it just sucks it right in and attaches. So you don't even have to push it in, it just like is a magnet. It snacks, it just smacks right on there. So God forbid you ever lose your charger on that, you have to go back to the Mac store to get a charger. You might be able to find it on Amazon, but I'm not sure, since this is a new computer. You have to be very careful taking it off. So that's the cord. So the next thing is the instructions. So this is the pamphlet showing the specs and everything about the computer. Little Apple stickers. And then, I don't want to rip this because I kind of like my packages to stay together. but I don't know how they close this, and I don't want to take too much time on this. I'm just gonna have to rip it open. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to rip it open. Oh, it's nothing in here. It's just cardboard right there. So I guess this is all the specs that you get with the, not the specs, but this is all the instructions you get with your Mac. You get this right here, the stickers, and this little small pamphlet right here. So the next thing they have in this box is this wall charger. So let's open the wall charger up. And as you can see, this wall charger is a lot bigger versus the MacBook Air. MacBook Air is this one. MacBook Pro is this one. I'm going to take this off. So they went into real detail on. So this is the MacBook Air. It does not have an Apple on there. It does say 30-watt USB power adapter. So this is like a smaller version, 30 watt. So this one says that it is 100. Input is 100, 240 volts. So 30 versus 100-240 with this one. So this one gives more power. I guess it charges a lot faster. So God forbid you don't have this charger where you have this that you just do the magnet thing on there. You can also do just this regular Type-C charger and plug it into here. So you have two ways of charging it. So that is everything in this part of the box. Let's see. So this doesn't move up. So that's everything that's in this box. So now let me get into the specs of what the computer looks like. So let me sit this down on the floor. So I'm going to show both of the computers. I open this one up, and this one is on the highest bright setting. And it's still kind of dim and dark. That's what I didn't like when I first opened. Now the Mac one, let me see. I'm just logging into the Wi-Fi. Okay, that's not the password, I forgot. Okay, looks like it's logging in. Okay. So I'm just going to show you the specs on it. I'm not going to go through all of the setup and stuff right now. So basically, these are the two computers. As you can see, don't mind my desk. My daughter was peeling the paint off. So as you can see, I'm going to move this one up a little closer. Side by side. The 13-inch. Yeah, let me line these up. So, the 13-inch is a little shorter versus the 14-inch. And even on right here, it's a little bit shorter, just very little. The buttons, what I noticed by the Touch ID, this Touch ID right here is a lot bigger than the one on the MacBook Air. Also, the keys on the top are a lot smaller on the MacBook Air versus the keys on the MacBook Pro. And what else is different on here? They're pretty much the same on all of them. It does have the backlit light on the keys. I'm just gonna agree to this. Agree to the license and software. I agree. Okay, so it's gonna take a while for me to set up the computer. So I'm gonna show the back of the computer so you can get an idea how big it looks on the back. So that's the back. They're almost the same size. So let me turn it this way, because the lighting for some reason that way was not looking too good. Yes, that's better. So, on the sides of the computers, like I showed on this one, the MacBook Air, it has 2 spaces for the Type-C, and it also has a spot right here for the headphones. Now,
because I do. I have to.
On this one, it has the charging spot right here for the cord that magnetizes onto this little spot right here. Let me get the cord and show you. So on the Mac one, this cord, all you're gonna do is put it right in front of it, and it's gonna just like snap on there like that. It has 2 Type-C spots right there. It also has a plug for your headphones. Then on this side, it has a whole bunch of other little ports right here. I'm not sure of what types of port these are, but it has another Type-C and these 2 ports right here. I guess this is micro SD and SD that you could put in there too. So this is just the upgraded version. So I pretty much covered everything. As far as the specs on the computer, to my knowledge. Let me turn this camera up some. I pretty much covered everything on the computer to my knowledge, because I don't know much about computers. I'm just learning as I go right now. But I'm loving what I see right now with my MacBook Pro. I'm going to play around with it and try to get familiar with the MacBook Pro, because I was just starting to get familiar with the MacBook Air, and I'm turning it in because it's just too slow for me. For all the work that I have to do on here, it's just too slow. And this is the MacBook Pro one more time. This is the 14-inch 2021 MacBook Pro. And let me show the MacBook Air one more time, all the specs of that all the way around. So this is the front of it. This side, 2 Type-Cs. Then on this side is the headphone jack. This is the bottom of the computer, of course with the case on there. And this is the inside of the computer. So I didn't show the bottom of the MacBook Pro. I did actually. So that's the bottom of the MacBook Pro. So this is going to conclude everything that I have on my MacBook Pro and MacBook Air comparison. I hope you guys loved everything in this video. Leave me some comments below if you have a MacBook Air or a MacBook Pro, and what you liked about your MacBook Air and what you didn't like about your MacBook Air, and what you love about your MacBook Pro. And give me some tips, because I just bought the computer and I want to know like all the little tips of what I need to do on my computer and how to get familiar with my computer. So if you know any tips, please leave them in the comments below and let me know how much I'm gonna love this computer, because I'm already loving it right now. So just leave me some comments and like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell so you'll be notified when I have any more videos coming up, because I do have a lot of videos coming up. So you guys, happy holidays, and I love you guys, and I'm out. Deuces.